All right, hello, folks. It's Andrew with Cooper Music Service. Uh, Continuing with part two for Preacher Chords. So we have, if you was over at my part one, I taught one hand, with bass line, pretty much the different chords that can go with different tones for your Preacher Chords. Now I'm gonna be teaching to how to turn those chords in to two-handed chords when you have a bass player or you're playing with a band. Okay, so you got your bass player, or you got your band, you got somebody on the organ, and you say, okay, organ, you play the bass. I don't want to play the bass. You play the bass. So you can't do this. Well, you can, but now you're just doubling the bass notes, and there's a great chance whenever you're doing that, you might cram with what he's doing. So what do you do? What do you do? Let me take my synth off. What do you do? I'll show you. Okay. So we're gonna go back over each tone, and each tone I'm gonna give you chords, two hand chords. So I'm gonna start with the main chord. Usually you will use this over the one. This A flat 9, A9, 13. Remember, this goes in hand with this also. Okay, goes hand in hand with that. It's anytime you use a 7, you can always use 13. So I'm gonna teach you a type of chords to go with it. I say type of chords because once again these chords pop back up regardless of the numbers, regardless of what's going on, regardless they pop up in other scales that they're reused in other types of musics and the songs, especially churchy songs. These chords are definitely used. Okay, so I'm gonna give you something to go with that. Okay, now you have this chord. You can't play the bass note because somebody else is on that. Or you don't want to play the bass note because there's a chance you might cram, and the person may tell you to get off the bass note. So instead of playing that, you can play this. Okay. So in your left hand you have G flat, C, and F, A flat, A flat, E flat, and A flat. Okay. You have that, or you can voice it differently. You can go F, F sharp, B, and keep A flat, E flat, and A flat in your left hand, in your right hand. Okay, there's another one. There's a suspended chord I have to teach you because this is a chord you hear all the time. It's this one. Okay, it's that one. I know you heard that before. If you've been in church for a while, you've heard that before. Okay, so it's called an A sus. That's it right there, a 13 sus. It's a sus, and there's down 13. There's a sus, and it's usually used to go to this chord right here, and you're just moving one note. So you'll have G flat, D flat, and F in your left hand, and A flat, E flat, and A flat in your right hand. So that's your sus. This chord can also be used over the 5 also. So look, 5. That's a minor 11. So your 1, 4, and 5, even sometimes 6 can be reused. Just keep that in mind. All right, so 2 is going to be. You can't do this. You can't do that. So basically, you can either double up, the chords. So the same thing you have in your left hand, same thing you have in your right, Or you can do this. You can go A flat, D, A flat, and D, F sharp, B flat. Okay, so now you got the 3. Remember, anytime you flat the 9, you can also always sharp. Okay, that's one way to voice a flat 9. Okay, another way to voice a flat 9 or sharp 9 is have D, A flat, and D flat in your left hand, and A flat, D flat, and F sharp. Basically, you have 3, 7, 9, and you build your quarter chord, which is a suspended chord off your right hand. What that means is a chord that is made up of fourths. So you have A flat, and the fourth of A flat is C, and the fourth of C sharp is F sharp. Okay. Now we come to the third. Remember, I said you can have your A flat chord. You can either even down to 9, or you can have this chord. This chord is the same chord we had on B flat. Okay. So now, what do? Because you can't go where you don't want it to go. So now you can either do this. C, E, A flat, C, E flat, A flat. You can and have B flat, E flat, and A flat in your right hand. That's one way to voice it. See something right quick. Another way to voice it is C, E, A flat, B, and E flat, A flat, B flat, and E. That's another way to voice your chord. So you get to pick what you want to use on there. Next, you gotta remember, on the 2 we had 7, 3, 7, right, and then 3 sharp 5, 9, right? Because remember that B chord. We'll do that same thing on the C. Okay, 7, 3, 7. 3, 3 sharp 5, flat 9. Okay. Same chord. Okay, and now other chord. Remember, wait, 3, 7, 9, then quarter chord down left hand, and a quarter chord is built off the 7. If I didn't tell you that already. So E flat, no E. B flat, E flat, B flat, E flat, and A flat. Okay, so we're going to go to the 4, and you can do this. You can have F and B flat, your left hand, and E flat, A flat, and B. Now the thing about with this chord, you can, before you hit this chord, you can hit F, B flat, and C beforehand, or you can just, however you want to do it. It's up to you. Just make sure it sounds good. So that's for D flat, because you can't do this. So you add 13. Remember, I said anytime you add 7, you can add 13. So that's just pretty much what I did there. Okay. Now, sharp 4 is diminished 7. The way you can voice that is have D, F, and A love 10, and A flat, B flat, D, and F. You're right. Okay. So now let's go to the 5. I said you had two options here. You had the minor and the sharp 5, sharp 9, depending on which one you use. Okay. So remember, these are just, once again, they're just, these chords kind of repeat themselves. So you can literally use the same chord used on the one there, or you can have same thing in your left hand and have A flat, D flat, and F. Okay? This is literally the same chord. Now, we voice this the same, even though it's the same chord, we voice this a little bit differently. You can use it. You can use this on the 2 and the 3 also if you want to. So, for this chord, you put the tritone in your left hand, G and C sharp, and you build your right hand chord off the 5, the sharp 5, right there. You have B flat in your left hand. So B flat, D flat, E flat, and F sharp. Okay. Now for the sharp 5, okay, you can't do this. So you'll put E flat, A flat, B flat, and E in your left hand. Put it down here, and you add the 13th in your right. C sharp, F, and B. B natural. So it says whenever you see that in parentheses, that just means that something's added. Okay, it's not really supposed to. It's kind of like it's not really supposed to be there. It's not, your normal chord. Something's added. So that's one of the things that you can do. New tip: whenever you have voicing for a major like that, you can always add the 6, which is also the 13th. Okay. Now, once again, we're back at the F. This type of chord. We've seen the same type of chord on A flat. Same chord. Now, there's a voicing I forgot to show you for this chord. I'm gonna show you now. We've seen this, the 7 3 6 7 13 1 5. So E flat A, D flat. No, E flat A, D, F, C, and F. We've seen that already. Okay. Now, in your left hand, you just have the 7 in your left, and the 3, 13th, and 1, or 6. So that's E flat in your left, A, D, and F. E flat in your left, A, D, and F. Okay? E flat in your left, A, D, and F. And you can either play this or this. Same thing with A flat. You can either play this or this. Now with this, you can also always add the 5. And it gives you another sound depending on what you're going for. And which just adds the C. So, there we go. Okay. Now, usually this walks up, so you got, and that's F sharp, E, B flat, E flat, F, or E flat, no, sorry, E, B flat, E flat, F sharp, C sharp, F sharp. Okay, and then the 7, you can either use F, B, and E, G, D, and F, G, D, and E, G, D, and G, or E, B, E, no, yeah, I'm missing something, no, sorry, F, sorry, F, B, E, and G, and then you can, well, I showed you both chords, okay, So hopefully you had a piece of paper. Hopefully you're writing that down, some kind of stuff down. Okay, so now, you know, let's go through it. You know, the 1, 3, 4, sharp 4, 5, 1, 3, 4, sharp 4, 5. So now you got God said, God said that He won't leave you nor forsake you. Or He won't leave you. 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 Come on and give God some praise. Come on. Give God some praise. He won't leave you. 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 Okay? So I did that without the foot pedal. That way you can know what's going on. So 1, 3, 4, sharp 4. If you don't know where that's coming from, you can always venture back to part 1 or the first session where I teach over those progressions. So, and then the sharp 5, 5, 6, 2, 5. Okay. That's pretty much it. If you have any questions, put them in the comment box. If you need to message me, put your email in the comment box, and I'll get what you back in email. And we can discuss what things that you have questions on, things to be able to push you forward if you have questions. If something that doesn't make sense, I can email you back and forth. So so that's it. This is Andrew Cooper, and I'll see you next time.